Hey guys, so today I want to take the time and just show you my top 3 builds that I'm using to play the game at the moment, because actually there's not much going on right now that I could show you. As you can see, I already did my daily trials for today, so I'll just do whatever level I feel shows off the build the best. And for this build I want to start with Fiery Forge, and once we're in the mission I will also go over the items really quick. So I'm basically just using a OP pickaxe, a mystery armor with artifact cooldown and movement speed, which is basically just an evocation rope, and with 2 times cooldown and speed synergy. I just couldn't happen to find an evocation rope, so I'm still using the mystery armor, and it's basically just the improved version of the build I showed you a few months ago already. Then we use the Bow of Lost Souls, because with burst bowstring we can trigger our tempo theft and we still have Anima Conduit. Then I'm using the 3 artifacts that we always use for speedrunning: Ghost Cloak, Deathcap Mushroom and Boots of Swiftness. And yep, that's basically the build. So it's a speedrun build. We just run through the map, we ignore most of the mobs, and from time to time we roll to trigger tempo theft. But we want to keep a close eye on our Ghost Cloak, because we only want to hit the burst bowstring whenever we are like right before our Ghost Cloak runs out or comes off of cooldown, basically. Because what burst bowstring does when it hits an enemy, or actually each attack will do so, it cancels your current Ghost Cloak, so you will break free of your Ghost Cloak effect, meaning that you not just lose the movement speed but also your ability to walk through mobs. So if you don't pay attention to that, you find yourself dead in no time. So just if you want to play this build, just keep that in mind. I know there are a few other videos from other YouTubers out there, basically showcasing a very similar build, but they always ignore that very part, that when you do a roll, you break your Ghost Cloak. I maybe at the end I can show you that directly. And that's also why you can't just roll whenever you want. So that's also the reason why I'm still using speed synergy and not swift-footed, because you can't afford to always roll. Like, of course, on certain levels where there are less enemies, you can roll all the time and you can benefit from swift-footed. But for levels with a lot of enemies, especially levels where you die a lot, like like Redstone Mines, for example, you don't really want to spam roll all the time. Now, as you can see with the pickaxe, we have no problem dealing with packs or with bosses at all. And yeah, you can be at full speed and still have decent enough clear. So right up here there should be a couple of mobs. Yep, let's get rid of this guy. And okay, that guy got killed. So let me quickly show you when I use Ghost Cloak here. I will roll directly after I'm using it, and this will break the Ghost Cloak immediately. See? So I'm out of Ghost Cloak already, while usually I could walk through the enemies for a while. If I use Burst Bowstring, I can't. And that's why you have to be just keep that in mind when you use that build. So let's move on to the next one. So for the next build we are here at Fiery Forge again. And this build is a little bit different. It utilizes the roll mechanics. So let's look at our main damage tool. This is a Winter's Touch with multi-shot, fuse shot and burst bowstring. And the fires 3 arrows when charged actually works when rolling, for just in case you didn't know that. Then we have the Shadow Walker, and I actually got that gifted by Initius. So thank you for helping me putting this build together. And what this does is whenever you roll, you get invulnerable. Now with 2 times cooldown, we can use 2 feathers here to be invulnerable the whole time. Then we have also cowardice here, because we will just not take any damage, and by that we can have cowardice up the whole time as well, so it's just a damage increase. If we come across something that we want to clear, we have our fireworks arrows, so if there's an elite pack or I don't know, maybe a pig or something that we just have to clear really quickly, we can use the fireworks arrow. And for the bosses, I'm using a Truth Seeker here. Just with sharpness for some extra damage and Anima Conduit for healing. Even though it's not really needed, sometimes you roll off an edge or so, and then it's good to have some form of recovery. After you respawn, you lose a portion of your health, so that's basically the main reason for it. But these two enchantments are not really important. It's only Dynamo that is important, and that is because with this you just kill the boss in the end. So, because we don't really use our main weapon, we just roll through the map and kill everything with Winter's Touch. We just use Truth Seeker to kill the boss in the end. And we swap out the Fireworks Arrow then for a Gong of Weakening. This build is a little bit slower, or yeah, not just a little bit, it's a lot slower than the build I showed you before. So it might be that I skip some portions of this map. And as you can see, Burst Bowstring with Winter's Touch works, it just works well. The only thing you have to kind of worry about is running out of arrows. Like, this is something that can totally happen. So you definitely want to make sure to always pick up any arrows that drop. Otherwise, you just, yeah, you can still go with this build to the boss and kill him in the end, but you're just not able to kill mobs on your way. And you can use the rockets, as you saw here, to clear elites. You can even use them just as you go to save some arrows. Yeah. Now let's just keep going here, and you can see this is, yeah, you don't take damage. We can even go through the lava pool here, and you see we don't take any damage. Like, we could bath in lava for the whole time. Now these parts here are the only ones that you have to be a little bit careful when going through these narrow passages. There's a good chance that you might fall down. So yeah, these are your worst enemies now, not any mobs. And here we just, boom, pop our rockets again, and then we just keep rolling. Now we want to get rid of TNT if we accidentally pick one up, because as long as you have TNT on you, you are not going to shoot any arrows whatsoever. And yeah, as you can see, we're doing just fine in terms of arrows. You don't need infinity if you're planning on picking up some arrows on your way. And you can even kill the hard to kill ones, like the redstone golem or something, if you really want to, using the fireworks arrow. And you can even stay in these things, like they don't do damage to you at all. Doesn't really matter. Here's a redstone golem, so you can even roll through the golem stuff. And this is what I meant. If you roll off the edge, you get a little bit of damage. So that's why we have our Anima Conduit on the weapon. And yeah, you can see as long as we roll, we literally don't take damage from anything. It just takes longer than with the other build. I use this build only for like hard missions, like if the first player goes down you lose the mission or something like this. Boom, killing these elites here really quickly. You can even use a potion of strength to furthermore boost your damage. There's some arrows I didn't pick up. Nah, it doesn't matter. As you can see, we're doing just fine. Yeah, of course, a fuse shot helps as well. Getting some AoE in. Yeah, you just roll your way through. Like, this is. Most people consider speedrun builds like the one that I showed you before to be like kind of cheating. I consider this to be even more cheating. Like, seriously, there's literally nothing in this game threatening me at this point anymore. And this is why I take this build when there's some tough situation ahead. Like, not that this really happens in Minecraft Dungeons, like the game is really easy, but yeah. Okay. And now we just use our gong and boom. I don't even think that when the level is long enough and you keep your stacks, that you don't even need to use the gong. Like I don't think that's necessary. Like you can just hit him with the dagger, with the soul knife, and if there's still a little bit left, you just pop your rocket arrows into the boss again, and that should do the trick. And yep, that's the end here again. So let's have a look at the last build that I want to show you just in a second. Here we are, this time in the mushroom level, because this is a build for actually farming stuff. Again, you can use the Shadow Walker armor here as well. I'm using the Ghost Kindler because it is just a little bit faster. It's not as safe because you just get the ghost form, but for that you can go through mobs, and with swift-footed instead of cowardice you're a little bit faster. Also, I want to mention that we don't need cowardice here anymore, as we are basically going to one-shot nearly everything that we will encounter. We're using the pickaxe again, so if we want to do melee we can do it, but our main damage source is the HARP crossbow here with fuse shot, dynamo and multi-shot, and you will just see in a second how crazy that is, especially combined with torment quiver. And then we have our light feathers again. So yeah. So we're using the Ghost Kindler here just to gain our movement speed again. And you can see we can just roll through enemies and they take actually some good damage considering that this is just Flame Trail level 1. I didn't expect that to be that good when I first tried out this build. It's actually doing some work. But to quickly gather some souls we can just hit them with our pickaxe. As you can see, this does not interrupt our jumping if we just hit all the time. We're still just jumping away from any damage basically. And as soon as we get enough souls in to use our torment quiver, this is where this build really comes together, because you just pop that thing and boom. And the number of stacks doesn't really matter. Like as long as you got like 2 or 3 stacks, these torment quiver arrows will just annihilate everything in their path. And once you get a decent number of souls, you basically can spam that the whole time. Let's just gather some souls here, and I think this is just fine so that we can just roll through the whole level here like this. And yeah, just keep killing them. So yeah, this build is actually pretty fun. The more dense the mob spawns are, the more reliable you get your souls, but you know all of that. I guess it's basically just a build to kill crowded places really efficiently. And we're already at the boss, so yeah, couldn't show that off really well. I might do another round of this. But also for boss killing, basically we just need 3-4 dynamo stacks and then we pop torment quiver and that's it. Yeah, so that's the whole thing. Let me show you this build again, but this time I'll be using a different armor. Just give me a second here. And I'm back at the cow level. This time with another mystery armor. This one has 6% lifesteal aura and brief invulnerability, so it's basically a Shadow Walker with lifesteal. I had cowardice on here because I just don't have swift-footed. I would probably prefer swift-footed here again. This was gifted to me. I couldn't find another good mystery armor ever since the one I used for speedrunning. I was lucky enough to find someone on the Discord to trade it to me. But then, yeah, I forgot to note down his name. While editing the video, I thought I quickly look up the username on Discord and edit it in here, but it appears that the user has deleted his Discord account, so I'm really sorry I can't include your name here. But anyways, thank you for gifting the item to me, man. But as you can see, we're just still invulnerable all the time, and if we even would take some damage, like here, we can just use the lifesteal to heal ourselves up. So that's pretty handy. And then the rest is the same thing, like we use Torment Quiver and we kill everything. Now when we have enough souls to kill the next large pack, we will just use Torment Quiver here again, and boom. This build is actually, it is really fun. I'm not gonna lie here. Oh, fell down there. Doesn't really matter. Not too bad. Like with the Torment Quiver thing and lifesteal, you also get the benefit of being full life basically all the time. Boom, just like that, full life again. And yeah, if you feel like it's not enough enemies, you can again still use your pickaxe. But the Ghost Kindler is just faster. I wish I had a mystery armor with these two stats on it, like lifesteal and brief invulnerability, and then just with swift-footed. Yeah, you can see the HARP crossbow even without doing some good work without the Torment Quiver, but with the Torment Quiver it just one-shots everything on its path. Like this is ridiculous. So let's make our way to the boss here now. I mean, you saw this before. This time I'll make sure to have the quiver active at the first time we encounter the boss, just like here. And we can actually leave it at this 7 stacks, like boom. Like literally let's talk about this in a second when we are back at the camp. Okay, we're back at the camp now, and what I wanted to say just now is that as much as I like these new rolling mechanics and that you can use the feather to trigger these rolls and like every enchantments that are based on that, like Dynamo and Burst Bowstring and whatever, I really like that. But on the other hand, these builds are just too powerful. Like it literally breaks the game if you can be invulnerable for the whole time and one-shot everything that you come across if you just have the right items. Like even before, speedrun builds with an Anima Conduit, Crossbow and with Whirlwind have been super strong. Fighter's Bindings annihilate bosses with the right enchantments, and Whirlwind was clearing everything that was in terms of mobs. Like you could clear any group in seconds. And I don't think that this was bad, but right now the meta, like these pickaxes, they're just overpowered, rolling is overpowered, Dynamo is overpowered. Like currently there's just no challenge in the game, and given that how powerful these builds are, I don't think that Apocalypse Plus will fix that issue. To top that off, we have not seen any content update since the last patch, and this is already a month ago. So the issue I'm having right now is that I don't know what to create for content, because the game doesn't really offer anything. That's also why you didn't see another really Minecraft Dungeons focused video in a while here. Like the last video was, I think, the update one from the Minecraft live event, and there was already a 1-week break in between the last video before that. So yeah, I just don't know what to show you, so I thought I'd make this video showing you the 3 main builds that you could use in the current meta that I found are the most powerful. But for now, I don't really know what to do for content. So if you guys have anything that you want me to check out or that you want me to try out for you, you know that I can manipulate game files and all of that shenanigans, you can just let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, other than that, I'll probably have to take a break here until we get new content. And yeah, that's it. Also, maybe I just quickly mentioned that here. I recently played Genshin Impact a lot. I don't know if that game is for you, but you should definitely check it out. I had a lot of fun playing this game during my live streams in the past days. So yeah, just a recommendation if you're bored of Minecraft Dungeons right now as well. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you all for watching and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.